What's good, YouTube world? It's Jay Coffee Talk, tapping back in with another one, y'all, with an update regarding Pooh Shiesty. And real quick, before I jump all off into the news and we go over what's transpired, what's going on regarding Pooh Shiesty, I still gotta say this whole situation that this dude found himself in, right while he was in the midst of really coming up. Like, he didn't even get to see his full prime peak of his career and popularity and all that, and he fucked it up, if you ask me. You know what I mean? I feel like he threw it all away on some nonsense type ish. Y'all jump in the comments and let me know if you guys agree. But, we talk about this all the time, not just on my channel, all these channels out there, regarding who's gangster, who's a civilian, who's a nerd, who will tell, who won't tell, who's a gangbanger, whatever, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, whatever, in this entertainment world, whether it be in hip hop or whatever you're doing, where all these different avenues and spaces intersect and overlap, the streets and entertainment and ish like that. Bottom line, when you start getting to that legal bag, you got to slow down if you are out there wilding in the streets, whatever you're doing. If you pluck it up and jeopardize it all to where you're going to go away and have to do time or whatever the case is, it's foolish to me. Y'all let me know if you guys agree or not in them comments. But, with Pooh Shiesty, Gucci saw the potential in this dude. I swear, Gucci is always signing cats who are very similar to him, like really living that life, I guess we'll say. He'll take a chance on someone like that, where we see other labels and stuff like that might be like, this cat isn't worth the time. He's too reckless or whatever, Gucci will do it. And it's just crazy the situations this dude found himself in. Like, I get it. It's not everyone can just slow down like that. They can't go from banging out in the streets to just falling back. It's too much for some people, I guess. But Pooh Shiesty caught two major cases in very close proximity of time. You know what I'm saying? Like the first situation, which ultimately is tied to this plea that we're going to talk about that he took in federal court, where more or less it was a sneaker/weed deal gone wrong. He got bagged up for that or whatever. But then he goes and gets caught up in the strip club shooting situation. You know what I mean? So, like the first thing happens, that's when you wake up and, people around him got to tell him, yo, my man, come on, you're on the verge of losing everything. And then he goes out and gets caught up in a whole nother shooting case. It's crazy. You know what I mean? And people around him, I think, were a big part of his downfall, because in this situation with this sneaker deal/weed deal gone wrong, which still, every time I say that, whenever I've reported on this case with Pooh Shiesty, that just blows my mind. Like, you're on the charts, you're blowing up, your numbers are in the same lane as Drake and shit like that. Like your streaming numbers and shit are off the charts, and you're out here jacking people for weed and sneakers. Come on, man. Like, I know the sneakerhead community, shout out Alias, he's all into that whole sneakerhead world, like where there's a lot of exclusive out there. And with some of the pairs of kicks, I guess they're just too exclusive. It don't even matter what kind of bag you got behind you. Like, there's just supply and demand. Like, there's just not a lot of them. It's just hard to get your hands on. I don't know if that's what it was about or what. But what I mean is, his manager, they have his manager on video footage traveling with him when this whole shit went down. So, for anyone out there, aspiring rappers coming up in the game, if you got a manager who's going to roll with you when you're about to go stick someone up, might not be the best manager to have, But anyways, regarding these pleas that Pooh Shiesty took, or this plea, I'm sorry, not pleas, this plea that he took in court, that we're going to talk about here, like I said, more or less, there was two big situations. The whole sneaker thing, if y'all remember, they ended up tying it all back to Pooh from some serial numbers on a bill as they dropped a bag of money when they sped off. They flat out were able to tie it together through a serial number on a picture where he was flossing all this money. And then he had the shooting situation in the strip club. More or less, he bonded out. Then they revoked his bail or whatever. You know, there was that footage of him in the what people called a turtle suit or whatever some months back, and you know, they were just saying, yo, you're just too wild, you're too dangerous out here, you're a menace to society, there's no bail. Now the feds ended up picking everything up, and here we are now where he took a plea in federal court. And I'm sure everyone sees the headlines going around everywhere, like Pooh Shiesty, rapper Pooh Shiesty, 22 years old, you know, manages to avoid possible life sentence, because at the end of the day, with all these cases that he had, the maximum outcome, the maximum sentence was a L on the end of everything, life. But this federal indictment that he had, he took one plea, and they pretty much dropped everything else. He pled guilty to conspiracy to possess a firearm in furtherance of violent and drug trafficking crime. You know, basically you're out here possessing a firearm and using it to commit, you know, a violent ass crime that involves drugs trafficking or something else of that nature. And like I said, they dropped the other cases that were on the indictment. And pretty much from all the information we're getting here is just basically he had no other choice. You know, he wasn't about to go to trial against the feds and beat this thing. He was fucked. You know, they said they got the video footage of him pulling up to that spot with his manager to go get someone for some shoes and some weed. Every time I say that, like I said, it's just so ridiculous to me. So the best thing he could do was just cop out and take that plea. And I know y'all see what some of the little news excerpts that I'm sharing with y'all say. He shot a man in the ass.
Oh, shit! Ah, you motherfucker! The next one will kill you. Oh, son of a bitch! Shot me in the ass. Okay, wait. Okay. All right, listen.
You heard it. You shot me in the ass, Jake. Jake, you shot me in the ass. You know what I mean? That's just crazy, man. Like Pooh Shiesty taking this plea. Like we were saying, life is off the table. But the judge went over with him that the number that they've come up that they're going to recommend as sentencing, 97 months, which by my math comes out to be like 8 years and 1 month. He's only got 7 months in on the sentence. Or not the sentence, 7 months in, time served. He's not sentenced yet. The judge made it clear that that is not a recommendation that the court has to go with. You know, that is not like a guaranteed sentence. And to be quite honest with you, I'll update you guys on this. At the moment right now, I'm not certain what his sentence, what the guidelines are regarding his sentence, you know, but they're talking about how by him taking this plea, 3 points come off his score or whatever. Because, you know, by the feds, they use the guideline system. There's like points that, you know, I don't know the exact way it works, but like, oh, is this person already a convicted felon? Are they a violent felon? Okay, they get this many points. You know, did they do this? Did they do that? Or whatever. And all the points are calculated up, and then it'll put you in a certain category by a particular crime, and then there'll be a minimum and maximum of time that you can get. So 3 points come off his, you know, sentencing guideline score or whatever. But once again, I'm not certain what the guidelines are with him taking this plea. But we know that 97 months, which once again comes out to basically 8 years and a month, he's not going to get less than that. So he could end up getting more than that. I don't know. But I don't know. Hit the comments, guys. Like, what do you think about this? Do you think it was ludicrous for Pooh Shiesty to get caught up in this kind of behavior? I get it. You know, dude was on some gangster shit or whatever. But like I said, man, you know, if catching that first case wasn't a wake-up call and you go out there and get bagged up on some whole other ish again and you're not changing up the way you're moving, it's just not a good look, you know. So will he be able to have some good momentum behind him when he comes home and continue on in the rap game? Jump in the comments and let me know what you guys think. He did just drop some new music. It's called Federal Contraband. I don't know. I haven't listened to it yet. Comment and let me know if y'all listen to it. I don't know if it's being like looked at as a mixtape or whatever. It looks like it's an hour-long running time. You can see it's on YouTube. SoundCloud, other streaming platforms out there, done over the phone. You know, what can you do when you're sitting behind bars like that? But there you have it. Pooh Shiesty takes that plea in federal court. Will he get that 97 months? You know, that seems to be the best case scenario for Pooh Shiesty. I don't know. We'll have to stay tuned for that sentencing date. But I want to know what you guys think about it all, the whole situation. Thank y'all for watching. Stay tuned. More videos coming. If you're new over here, make sure to subscribe. Hit the notification bell. It's J Coffee Talk. We blog every day. We drop content, music, news, sports, current events, life, and much, much more. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Look forward to chopping it up with the comments with y'all. And I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.